Hi, it's Anne. Um, Again, you see, I'm having a duvet afternoon. It's about, I don't know, about 6ish, so I'm early. I'm going to have a nice long shower shortly and have some supper and get to bed with my Kindle book about Russia, which will probably send me into a very deep sleep, if not coma, later. But I wanted to mention something as a follow-up to the video I did the other day regarding depression and post-traumatic stress. I don't know how many of you, I know that some of you have similar beliefs to myself in that we're, all of us, spiritual beings in a suit of flesh. And therefore, we would do well, really, to try and live a life as in the moment as possible. In other words, being mindful, as the Buddhists teach us to do. It isn't always possible to do that. I try to set 10 minutes aside every day for meditation, sort of closing my eyes, hands in my lap, breathing, concentrating maybe on the ticking of a clock, or when it's raining there's a little persistent drip drip outside of this window, so maybe on that. But being mindful, letting go of the past, not running away from it, but just letting go of it. Flowers in my face. For the sake of peace of mind. We each have to find self-love. We have to forgive ourselves for past mistakes. Easier said than done, I know. But if we don't, and we don't develop a profound love each for ourselves, how less worthy any affection or love we're going to be able to offer to another. So, excuse me one moment, I'm going to move these flowers. That's better. I've got myself a cup of tea as well. We have to forgive ourselves. We have to accept, acknowledge what is best within ourselves and concentrate on that, rather than pulling ourselves down constantly. There are enough people who will do that, as has been proven. So it's all about mindfulness, living in the moment, loving oneself, forgiving oneself, being courageous. Loving is a very courageous thing. It's a very dangerous, shaky ground to walk, because loving and loving deeply eventually means loss, eventually means sorrow, but still never be afraid to love. And those were the thoughts that I wanted to share with you. Subsequent to that video I made, I wasn't sure whether I'd actually touched on everything I wanted to touch on, and I probably still haven't actually, because I'm a bit sleepy this afternoon. Alfie's doing well. The Parkinson's disease is being kept at a steady level. He wasn't too great yesterday. No dementia and the lack of awareness. And when you've been with somebody and loved somebody, we've been together since I was 15, it's a massive loss. But he's still here. I still love him. I will always love him. I believe we will be in eternity together. So that's this part of the video, and I hope you can take something from it, and I will try during the week to be a little bit more structured, a little bit more upbeat, a little bit more positive. I've got a lot going on in the next 9 days. I've got some surgery coming up and caps on my teeth and some extractions and the pins taken out of my jaw. I've got a hospital appointment also on Friday. So there's quite a lot going on in addition to my days every day with Alfie. But of course I can always get on here at night when I can't sleep. I'm not following round the comments that are being made as a result of my having a go at people who are collecting government benefits, stamps, milk vouchers, whatever else they collect, in addition to hitting, in the case of one lady, 2 food banks in a day. And I'm not following them round, but I have seen a couple of comments and I've remarked back, as I'm wont to do. And I did see something to say, why is she bothered, she being me? Well, Beetle Brain, whoever it was who said it, I'm bothered because food banks, they don't have a finite amount of food. And therefore, people who are going to food banks, if somebody has hit a food bank twice in one day and somebody else is doing the same, eventually, as I've said before, there's going to be somebody going who actually needs help, and the cupboard will be bare. So before you start opening your mouths and saying all these things that I shouldn't be saying what I'm saying, A, I donate to food banks. B, I work in food banks once a fortnight, but nevertheless I do. And I give where I can to animal charities now and other places when I can, not a lot, because my income isn't finite either. But I damn well object to taxpayers' money going to lazy asses who sit on their backside all day long, 2 of them in some cases, 2 checks for the children, all their stamps, 2 hits at the food bank. It's wrong. Plus all the money they're getting from well-wishers. Did I hear that somebody had given somebody $2,000? My God, I knew about a $700 gift by way of clothes and cash. These people have got money rolling in like nobody's business. But it's everybody's business. And they need to be stopped. Because they're taking out of the mouths of people who are desperately in need. Now, if individuals object to what I'm saying, you trot along, my dears, and send your money to them. By all means, it's your money, not mine. But they need to declare that unearned income to the government. And I know that a certain crafting lady told a certain trailer park woman not to declare all that she'd given her. Well, it needs to be declared, as do all the scams. And before you all say how sweet a particular person is, this is the person who outs her mother's criminal record, her brother-in-law's criminal record, who is abusive to her sister on a public page, and going right back, who stabbed the school principal in the eye with a pencil, or as near as, damn it. So don't come telling me how sweet she is. In the last 12 months alone, thousands, tens of thousands of dollars worth of stuff, as in the case of the S sisters. As I say, it's up to individuals. I don't care what you do with your money, but whatever is given needs to be declared, and it needs to be subtracted from the amount of times that they need to hit a food bank. Is that too much to ask? It's everybody's business. So anyway, that's got that little thing off my chest. But the important bit of the video was the first part. And I have to say that the majority of people I know, the majority of people I've met on Facebook, 3,500 plus friends, albeit virtual friends, and the majority of people I meet through the voluntary work I do are very good, decent people indeed. Decent people. So I haven't completely lost my faith in human nature. Right. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. I'm not too sure what I'm going to be having for my supper, but I'm going to go and comb my hair, get in the shower, and tidy myself up, ready for a nice, relaxing evening, all alone. Good night. Bless you all.